Hello and welcome to Eye on Matteson. I'm your host, Laverne Murphy, and Village President Sheila Chalmers-Kern is the executive producer of the show. On this episode on Eye on Matteson, I have Kathy Berggren, director of Matteson Library. There are so many things the Matteson Library has to offer, and Kathy is here to share this information and so much more. Since the internet has become a phenomenon, most people rely heavily on collecting information from the internet, which has affected the use of the library. But certain things you just cannot replace or get on the internet. I'm sure some of you, like myself, will be surprised with the resources and programs the library has to offer. Here to share that information is Kathy. Kathy, thank you for joining Eye on Matteson.
Oh, thanks for joining us.
Yes, I'm so pleased to be here because there are so many things going on that the library has to offer. So I'm just ecstatic of all the information that you will be sharing, as well as your team. So most people they equate the library with just books. Can you share with me, how are you competing with the internet? How are you making yourself or separating yourself from the internet?
Well, the one thing about the library profession, we are constantly changing and evolving and trying to keep up with the rest of the world. 30 years ago, we were talking about changing our name to media centers or information resource centers, getting away from the word library that people do associate with books. Yes, literacy is our primary source of business.
Yes.
But I think a better way to say is we are in the information business. So any format in which we can present that, and that takes us all the way from the printed word to the spoken word or the visual to our services and our programs, because a lot of people are unable to or don't have the time to sit and read a book, but it's amazing the way a lot of people have found to get information.
Yes.
And so that's our job, to see that they get that.
Okay, great. And so then there are numerous programs that you offer for children as well as adults, correct?
Oh, for sure. One of the things about libraries that has never changed is that we serve every demographic group in the community. Okay. And that's quite a wide range. Yesterday, I was having trouble working in my office because I have security monitors in there, and the toddlers were downstairs dancing and chasing bubbles, and I caught myself watching the monitor. They were at their story hour, and they were so adorable. And when you think of, you're taking all the way from babies up through senior citizens, there is nobody that isn't welcome here or that we don't have something to offer them.
Right, right. And then you have some of your staff that will be explaining some of the programs in which the library has to offer.
Yes, Lisa Karajczak will help cover the programs for the adult services, and Marie Fonseca will talk about our Library of Things, our newest collection.
Yes, yes.
Nikita Webb can talk about our grant program for our Project Next Generation grants.
Okay.
They have done a marvelous job of helping to supplement our revenue.
Oh, great. Absolutely. And I love to hear, and I can't wait to hear more about it. And, you do some donations through the library as well, particularly around this time of year. Can you talk a little bit about your donations?
Yeah. Every year at Christmas time, we have what we call our giving tree. And we put out containers to collect food that goes to the food pantry. Okay. A couple years ago, I think we took 3 carloads of food. It was a wonderful year for collecting. People were so generous. But on the tree, instead of ornaments that you think of, you'll find socks, mittens, gloves, hats, and we invite everybody to come in and make a donation. I'm told socks are very popular at homeless shelters.
Okay.
We also have our $1,000 club, which anybody who has donated $1,000, we have a plaque to put their name on.
Oh, wow.
As well as a lot of gratitude. And last year, we got the idea, I guess you could say we borrowed the idea of an angel tree. Okay. And that tree that we put up for the Christmas holidays, that we put out instead of ornaments, slips of paper to announce children who had overdue. We didn't put their name on it, but we put dollar amounts. And it became so popular that we kept it, and every month we just changed the decorations. So we had our
Nice.
green St. Patrick's tree, and we had a very red, white, and blue summer tree.
Oh, wow.
And we just took it down about a month ago to make room for our scarecrows.
Okay.
But 271 kids had their fines paid
Oh, wow.
thanks to the donations that came in for that tree.
Oh, wow. I mean, this is fantastic because you just don't want to make sure that people or kids have access to the library. And if they have those past due fees, it prevents them from coming. So from the generosity of, outsiders or even your own members paying those fees, I mean, that is just something that is very inspiring for others to do.
It drew a lot of attention, people coming through the door just to see the decorations on the tree. Because the staff
great.
that decorated it got very into the project.
Yes.
It drew attention to it. We had some fraternity, a sorority.
Oh, wow.
And one very special resident that just kept, every time they came through the door, they paid more fines.
Wow. Again, things you cannot find on the internet, the things you can touch and feel, and then the customer service that you receive as well when you come through those doors. So what are some of the other services that the library can provide that, a typical person may not know, i.e. a notary, being able to get a passport here, things like that you typically don't think about the library for?
Non-traditional services, I challenge the staff all the time. What's a service that somebody in town needs and nobody's providing? Can we provide it?
For free or with a small fee?
Well, it is part of our charge. We're not allowed to charge a fee to come to a program. We can do a cost recovery for supplies if we're doing craft programs, but coming to the class is free, and it is our charge to get the instructors, non-traditional services, the notary, passport registration, voter registration. Those are really the big ones that a lot of people don't think of. But I think a lot of the programs that we have and our new Library of Things are all items that people need a place to come to get social contact, and a place that's kind of like a one-stop service. So we have our photocopiers, and we have our computer services. With our 3D printer, that has led to a special set of classwork for kids, so that we started out partnering with the Museum of Science and Industry.
Oh, okay.
We're in about our 7th year of partnering with them. They've done a marvelous job of teaching my people who can trickle down, teach others. And those programs are very helpful because the schools haven't been able to spend as much time on the sciences and social studies as they used to.
Okay.
So it's something we've picked up for the kids. Another trend in our society is the amount of grandparents or aunt and uncles that are the caregivers. So the story hours that we have, you will see as many nannies, grandparents, whatever, as you would a stay-at-home mom.
Right.
Which what you might have thought of as the traditional setup before.
Okay.
So it's training people. It isn't just working with the children, it's training the adults that are the caregivers too.
Okay, great. And one of the things that's on the horizon here that you're looking into with your seniors and technology, something that you've kind of mentioned just off the scene that we were talking about was the cafe or memory cafe. Speak a little bit about that and what you're working on to bring to the future of the library for your seniors.
Right now we have what we call our drop-in Friday morning. Anybody who's uncomfortable with the computer or wants a little extra assistance, they don't have to sign up for anything special, just drop in. We've got a trainer here to work with them. The Memory Cafe was an idea that we just picked up last week that is, we're working on. It's going to take a little work to do it, and I'm not sure how fast we can get it up and running. But there's a growing number of adults that are suffering from dementia and several forms of dementia. So this would be a cafe that we could work with their caregivers and for those who are functional dementia.
Okay.
So it's, again, going from toddlers to seniors and trying to find out what the needs are.
Right.
What can we provide?
Right. So you're just always trying to stay ahead of things, being able to provide different resources to the community. And so those are something that you've identified and something that you're working on for your seniors.
Yes, and it's a challenge. There's about 26 neighborhoods in Matteson, and trying to monitor the differing demographics. What used to be considered, you were talking about the building industry, Old Matteson there, 20 years ago we were thinking of as a growing older population, but a lot of those have moved on, and young first-time homeowners are coming in, fixing up the homes and starting their families there before they move on to bigger houses. So it's trying to monitor where is that population shift going and who needs our assistance. And Matteson is a challenge because you've got Cicero Avenue, Lincoln Highway, Governor's Highway, the interstate, trying to see to transportation avenues.
Right. And so you're located in, a residential area on School Street. So anytime someone, what was the address here, if you want to share that with individuals who may not be aware, you'll be surprised that may not be aware of where the library actually exists. So you're at 207th Street and School Street, right?
Yeah, the address is 801 School, but the easiest way to find us, we are the midsection, the halfway point between Cicero and Crawford.
I love that.
207th Street. 3 stop signs in any direction.
Right, and there you have it, right?
Right.
Good deal. So not that many people are taking advantage of, the library membership. What do you want to say to those individuals who are not taking advantage of the library membership?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people understand what a great jewel they have. Not every community in the state of Illinois has been fortunate to have a library. Amazingly, Matteson's only had one since 1964. And 95% of our revenue comes from property tax dollars. So the people in town are already paying for the services and the programs and the collection and all the things we have here for them, so they can come in and should come in and take advantage of the opportunities that they have provided for the whole community. Public libraries are the great equalizer for any town.
Right.
And it's a jewel that more people need to take advantage of.
I'm here with Lisa. She's the Assistant Director for the Matteson Library. Lisa is here to talk more about some of the adult programs here for the Matteson Library. One in particular is your Library of Things, which you have this gadget here. Tell us a little bit more about your Library of Things and your adult programming that you have.
So our adult programming ranges a large age group from right out of high school to our seniors. We try and do things like we have genealogy club, which is very popular. We do line dancing. We have yoga every Thursday night for free. We have online safety shopping classes. We do drop-in device advice, where a person comes in with their device. They don't know what they did wrong. They can't get their password to work again, and they'll call a librarian, and we'll probably call Maria, who's our digital librarian, to help that person for that afternoon. We have Chef Mike that comes in Wednesdays to cook, the third Wednesday of the month. We have Bidwist, which is very popular. We have about 35 to 40 people that come to play Bidwist. We have actually a tournament this weekend. But the things that we're really kind of proud of right now is our new Library of Things. We have about 60 different items. Included in there, we have Wi-Fi hotspots for people to take home. We have laptops to take home. We have Roku streaming sticks, which actually have Netflix on them that people can use for 2 weeks. We're about to purchase the Disney app so people can watch Disney. All these things, they can go out for 2 weeks. This is one of our Cricut objects where you can just press the button and it will print out. Oh, I turned it off. Sorry, Maria, we'll have her fix that. But we also have things like a shampoo for the rugs. We have different culinary items like baking pans. We have a griddler. We have an ice cream maker. We have outdoor backyard games, which are very popular in the summer. and we're looking now to buy a Roomba and a popcorn machine and a snow cone maker. I know people are very excited. So all those things are available to our public for 2 weeks, as long as you have a library card.
Wow, exciting.
Yes.
And so you guys take trips too, right?
We do take trips. We just came back from the apple orchard out in Hobart, and that was very exciting. With people were able to pick their own apples and of course bring back the caramel apples and pies. We're going to be going actually to see White Christmas in December on the 14th. We have tickets at the Adult Services desk. We take a bus down there. You'll see the show, and then we're going to give you 4 hours to be downtown to take your family for a meal, just to go look at the lights. So we do different things like that.
Okay, so everyone needs to hurry up and get signed up, right?
They do, because they're going fast. White Christmas is only there for like 2 weeks downtown, and we have about 20 tickets for people to go. So please come in and get them. It's going to be a great show.
All right, Lisa, thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, and I forgot, in August, we're going to be having our Fan Fest. Last year we had over 1,000 people attend, and we have different activities all day long. So.
Okay, for those who are not familiar with Fan Fest, tell me a little bit more about Fan Fest.
Well, what I can tell you is that we have people who cosplay. We have different activities that are related to fan activities like drawing with Japanese paper. We have acting that comes in. We have different kinds. We're going to have somebody from Marvel come in this year. Wow. And the team who produced last year's Fan Fest actually got a write-up in one of the magazines, and they talked about how well we did, and so we're excited because we think this year it's going to be even bigger.
Wow, great. Yes. And one of the things I noticed too are local authors that you all support here in the library.
Yes, we have
a little bit about that.
Sure, we have a small collection of local authors, Matteson or the South Suburbs, that we add to our collection whenever they feel like they want to donate something and they don't have professional reviews to get into the general collection. We have highlighted them in our little library section just for them, and people come in, and if they want to read something that their neighbor wrote, it's available to them.
Wow, great.
Yes.
Such a wealth of programs, information, you name it, right?
Yes, and it's free. Come to your library, use us.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
All right, we have Nikita here with us, and Nikita is the youth manager of the Matteson Library. And so Nikita, tell us a little bit about some of the youth programs that the library has to offer here.
Okay, well, we deal with children birth to 18. So we do programming for parents, for the little ones. We have story time for babies. We have STEM on the go, which we go over to the schools and do programs. We take STEM technology, science lessons, math, over to the schools. We have a mentoring program that we do here. We also have, we do special family programming. We also have kits and things that are available for checkout, so kids can check this out and take it home. These products have been purchased with grant money. We get a grant every year from the Illinois State Library. We get about $18,000 every year. We use that to supplement our programming with technology to introduce new technology to the students. So some of the things we purchased, we've got robotic blocks, so they can program these blocks and they'll do different things. They'll move, it'll light up, it does different things. This is a robot, and this is for the younger kids. They can program it, learn about coding, programming. We also have, this is for pre-K, coding for the little ones. They can program this mouse to do different things. We also have, do you remember the old Viewmasters? But this is it for the new generation.
Wow.
So they come with phone, program it, and you can take a tour around the world. So we have a lot of fun different things here that we do for the children, for their parents, caregivers, babysitters, nannies. We try to cover it all.
That's good. And you have a summer reading program too that you
typically do. Yes, we do a summer reading program every year. We have something happening every day. For next summer, we're also going to include summer meals, so students can also get something to eat. We're also looking to add after school snacks, so if they come here, because we get kids here after school doing homework on the computers, so hopefully we can get them something to eat while they're here.
Oh, good.
So yeah, so we have a lot going on here.
I see, from kids to adult, and adults down to kids, so I absolutely love it. So people have to come out and take advantage of all these services and programs.
Yes, please come visit us.
Thank you so much, Nikita, for sharing the information.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, so not that many people are taking advantage of the Matteson Library. So what would you like to say to those individuals?
I'd like people to understand and realize that they're paying for the services that we provide here, and they should come and take advantage. We serve every demographic. We have services, we have programs, we have materials to check out and take. We have our new library of things. We have classes, science classes, computer classes. It's just a great place to hang out, and it's a place where you can get social contact.
Absolutely. Well, Kathy, thank you so much for coming on Eye on Matteson. I truly enjoyed all the information and the information your team has provided as well in reference to all the programs and events. So thank you for coming on Eye on Matteson.
And thank you for coming to visit.
Great. So the next time you are looking for an information, programs, or event, come to the Matteson Library located at 801 School Street. Again, I want to thank Kathy Berggren for joining Eye on Matteson, and I thank you, our viewers and residents, for tuning in. I'm your host, Laverne Murphy, and Village President Sheila Chalmers-Kern is the executive producer of the show. So until next time, stay tuned, stay informed, and get involved. Working together can make great things happen. Thank you for joining us.